how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. I love just finding these odd comics I never heard of. And this is definitely one. This is Vicki Valentine, issue 2 from Renegade Press. $2, man. $2. Oh, wait a minute. $2 in Canada, $1.70 in the US. That's odd. Usually the Canada price is listed below the US. Some of this Canadian publication kind of sort of. I do a lot, usually once or twice a year, either off eBay or there's a company that sells comics by the pound. I'll order like 5 pounds of random sorted comics, no duplicates, for X amount of dollars. And usually you end up paying almost as much for shipping as you do for the box of comics. And this is one I got in a shipment not that long. I think I did a video on it. And it just caught my eye. It's like, what the hell is Vicki Valentine? This cover. It's like, man, this cover looks pretty cool. And then you look at the bottom, it says, inside, Angel Cake stars in the Let's Pretend Christmas Story with paper dolls by designer of the month, Charles Ventura. This is a kind of romance comic. And I'm going to open it up and look at the year. This is 1985, November 85. And what this is Renegade. This was the company started up by Denny Lobert, who was... I don't know if she was actually married to Dave Sim, but they were a couple at the very least. And when they split up, she took all the other titles that were being published by Dave Sim's company and started her own company called Renegade. They're best known to me for Miss Treat, M-I-M-S period Treat, which is a private detective, kind of hardboiled detective comic, really good stuff. I never even heard of this series, but it's got really good art. It's got art by Barb Roche. Look at that. It's really good black and white. I mean, it's just a romance comic. And it kind of reminds me of like Trina Robbins. And I like how all the outfits are designed by different people. Bonnie Gerzenda and hairdo by Susan Orlean. And just a really neat, and look, paper dolls, man. Am I dating myself by talking about paper? I remember when I was younger, all the girls I knew, they were all around my age. They all love paper dolls. It's just this oddball thing. I love these oddball comics. And look, so you got you cut them out, and then you cut these out and put them on. Come on, readers, join the fun with our Let's Pretend Play dress. Vicki and David in these cutouts to go caroling. All fashions by Charles Ventura. See credit in the story. The only bad thing is if you cut them out, you have to buy 2 copies because you lose part of the story. And the story is not bad. I sat down and read it. It's decent. Just the art. Like, I love this Santa. You just don't see stuff like this. And that's one thing I did love about the 80s black and white comic book. They would take chances on some. This one they definitely took a chance on. This probably didn't sell well. I don't think there's many issues after this. Just really good, clean line art. David Dean Hunter. The big shirt is in. The shirt tail is out. Like, look at this. Look at the line work. And was this monthly? Does it say? It does not. Oh, cool. Okay, here we go. Quarterly. So it means you get 4 issues a year. Shirt tail styles. Vicki Valentine. Never fear, AC's here. And I've never seen anybody I've never heard of this title. And then we got. How would you know you liked it if you never tried? And they're talking about Wordsmith, Flaming Carrot, Neil the Horse, Miss Tree, another Miss Tree series, Black Zeppelin. She'd love to be your Valentine. Her 3rd issue coming in January, Vicki Valentine. Then we got the Merry Christmas from all our friends from Vicki Valentine's creators, Bill Wagon and Barbara Rausch. Welcome your letters, design, story ideas, poems. Send them to Bill Wagon. Happy holidays, Renegade Press. And we got Angel Cake, which is a little girl, and we got paper dolls with her. This is 50 cents right there. Like I said, I love that cover. And I've been told I'm weird. Comics that got really cool covers like this, I'll put them in a bag, bag and board them, and then put them up on the wall. Make sure the board hangs a little bit above the comic, put a push pin through that, hang on the wall. Just as decoration. I got a really cool, I got to get it down and do a thing. King Conan issue, with this gorgeous cover. I picked it up just for the cover, hanging up on my wall. So, and Our Love Story. I've done a couple of romance comics on here before. It's one of those genres that was big for a long time, like from the golden age into the 70s, and it just faded. Like, this was an attempt at reviving it, and then Marvel tried, and I did a video on this with their series Trouble from Epic, tried to revive it, but it just The thing is, by the time they were trying to do that, a lot of your females are reading comics, which were the main, mostly, I mean, come on, most of your romance comics are read by girls, females, whatever term you prefer there. They'd already switched to their reading manga. Because there's so much really well-written manga romance comics. I read one not that long ago, a couple years ago. It wasn't bad. Good art. Story wasn't bad. Wasn't some I'd regularly buy, but I got the, what do you call the manga volumes, Tokobons, whatever you call it. I got that for like $1. I'll take a chance on it. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's why manga is doing so much better in the States compared to regular comics, because they cover every genre. Yes, we're getting to where we're starting to get a little bit more of that here in the States, but still, you know, when I go to any forum, comic book forum, pop culture forum, whatever, people are talking comics, it's almost always cape stuff. You know, superheroes from the big two. And then for a while there, besides that, you get a little talk about Walking Dead. Remember, I posted something today on one of the forums I posted. It's a pop culture forum. And they got a big comic book there that's like 400 pages long. And I'll admit, a lot of it is just people bitch, oh, this comic sucks and nothing, but they'll still buy it. X-Men ain't been worth reading for 4 years, but they're still buying it. I'm like, man, it's $5 an issue. Really? You still buying it? Or they're still reading it. We'll leave it that way. And I posted, I was like, hey, you know, I know most of y'all here just read Kate stuff. I try not to cuss on that forum. I was like, but I got this really cool comic and I want to show off. And that comic was this. Peter Bag's Other Stuff. I'll be honest with you, pretty much by the time Image was starting up, I was burnt out on mostly superhero stuff coming out from Marvel and DC, and was starting to get into other genres of comics. I was reading, I mean, yes, Animal Man was kind of a superhero comic, but not really. Swamp Thing, same thing. Sandman, Hellblazer, and then there was stuff like Peter Bag's. Hey, I love the hell out of it. And even now, I don't read that many superhero comics. In fact, a friend of mine recently, we have made in the past like 5 months, usually once a month, we go to the comic shop up in Ridgeland. And he's always looking at DVDs and toys. He's a comic guy, but he doesn't buy comics that often. Because comics are expensive. He buys toys and DVDs while there, and he's like, you rarely ever buy superhero stuff. Because when you do, it's like a hero I never heard of. I was like, well, yeah, I'm not... To me, there's only so many stories you can tell in the superhero genre unless you're a really talented writer. And most of your really talented writers in comics now are not dealing with superheroes anymore. But I'm out, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me that thumbs up. And for comments, what? You ever read a romance comic? Does anybody out there remember Vicki Valentine? Isn't that a great cover? That's a really cool Christmassy cover. You know what? I'm going to end up putting this up. Come Christmas this year, I'm going to hang it somewhere in this house so it's Christmas decoration. Bye-bye.